Adam22 is no stranger to drama. He has always been surrounded by controversy. But now, things have gotten even more serious. Two of the main hosts from his podcast, No Jumper, Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby, are facing life in prison. With everything happening, all eyes are back on Adam22. The focus is not only on the people involved in these crimes, but also on the person who gave them a platform. What makes it even more surprising is Adam's reaction. He has not shown much emotion. His response has been calm, cold, and very direct. It almost seems like he expected all of this to happen. But the internet is not letting him off so easily. Many people are now accusing him of doing more than just reporting what happens in the streets. Some believe that he may have played a part in the downfall of the people around him. Many people online feel like Adam22 used street drama to gain more views, followers, and money. They say that he invited people on his podcast, let them talk about their crimes or problems, and then just sat back while everything went wrong. Now, some of the same people he invited are facing serious charges. So, people are starting to ask, did Adam22 only report the news, or did he help set up this situation? It is not only the cases of Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby that have people talking. A Big Rico case has recently shaken up the hip-hop world. The case involves a well-known music executive, Big U, who is accused of running a large criminal organization. The charges include murder, kidnapping, fraud, extortion, and theft. As more details of the case came out, people noticed that No Jumper kept getting mentioned in court papers. Fans started asking if Adam22 was somehow involved. They wondered if the No Jumper podcast played a role in making things worse for these people. Did the podcast give people a platform to talk about crimes that would eventually lead to their downfall? But Adam quickly responded to these claims. He made sure to say that he had nothing to do with the Rico case. He said he was not involved in any crimes and that he wanted to separate himself from what was happening. However, many people still have questions. Was Adam22 just a podcast host who interviewed the wrong people? Or did he know what he was doing when he gave a platform to people with dangerous pasts and let them talk about things that would get them into trouble? The full truth might take some time to be revealed. But for now, the internet is talking. The more people learn, the more they are beginning to wonder what role Adam22 really played in all of this. Rumors were spreading quickly, and Adam22 was not going to let them spread without defending himself. What made the situation even more difficult was that several of his former No Jumper hosts were now facing life in prison. The irony of it all was impossible to ignore. Adam22 had built his brand around telling gritty street stories, but now, one by one, the people he worked with were falling apart. Fans started asking if No Jumper was just a podcast or if it had unknowingly become a place where criminals were being given a platform. The questions quickly turned into accusations, and soon Adam22 had to defend not only his podcast, but also his entire career. To clear things up, Adam took to Instagram. He wanted to make it clear that No Jumper had nothing to do with the cases involving his former hosts. He acknowledged that he had worked with Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon, two individuals now named in a serious federal case, but he refused to let anyone blame No Jumper for their alleged actions. A lot of people are saying that No Jumper is the reason Bricc Baby got caught up. But that is not true, Adam said, making his position clear. He explained that the alleged crimes happened long before Bricc Baby was ever part of No Jumper. I have not seen anything that says he was involved in anything bad since he joined us, Adam added. He did not deny that Bricc Baby could be in serious trouble, but he made it clear that No Jumper was not involved in it. Adam admitted, I do hire people from the streets. Sometimes, people from that world get caught up in serious legal situations like federal cases. But that does not mean that No Jumper is responsible. Even with all the heavy accusations, Adam stayed loyal to his old co-hosts. I have love for Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby. We are going to support them through this, he said. But he stuck to his main point. No Jumper was not the reason for their downfall. With Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon now in federal custody, and other former No Jumper hosts facing life in prison, people online kept talking about the case. But Adam22 remained firm in his position. His podcast might have been linked to people involved in the case, but it did not cause their problems. On his podcast, Adam spoke with frustration and disbelief. "It is not my fault. I just want to say that. I was just as shocked as all of you when I heard the news. It feels like the police want to be part of the No Jumper story. They saw how well the podcast was doing and they wanted to be involved." He added, "Free Bricc Baby, free loose cannon." Adam shared that over the last 2 years, he had worked hard to help Bricc Baby build a positive image through No Jumper. "We spent the last 2 years helping people see the good side of him," Adam explained. "We had several interviews that got over 100,000 views." He also talked about how rumors about Bricc Baby's past had been around for a while. Wack 100, a well-known figure in the hip-hop world, had warned that Bricc Baby's past could come back to haunt him one day. Adam remembered Bricc Baby's house got raided about 2 years ago. "They supposedly found an AK, but I'm not sure if that is true." That is just what Wack 100 always said. When no charges were filed after the raid, Wack 100 argued that this might be a sign that Bricc Baby's past could catch up with him one day. Even with all the drama surrounding his old co-hosts, Adam continued to defend his podcast. He made it clear that No Jumper was never about causing harm. Instead, it had been a platform that helped people build their reputations. Adam said that, although things had gone wrong for his former collaborators, No Jumper should not be blamed for it. If Big U is the mastermind, then Loose Cannon is the muscle. At 38, Loose Cannon is not just another member of Big U's group. He is one of the most violent enforcers. He is accused of carrying out armed robberies to fund the organization. His main charge is interference with commerce by robbery, which is a serious federal crime. One robbery that stands out is when Loose Cannon and his crew stormed into a marijuana dispensary, holding the employees at gunpoint. They stole thousands of dollars and fled. But that was not all. The feds have wiretaps showing him bragging about other robberies, discussing future targets, and even saying how much he enjoyed the chaos. Surveillance footage, cell phone records, and witnesses all link him to these crimes. What makes Loose Cannon different from the others is his complete lack of control. The indictment does not just accuse him of being an enforcer, it shows that he enjoyed committing these crimes. He did not do it because he had to. He did it because he wanted to. Now, with the full power of the federal government coming down on him, Loose Cannon's days of running wild are coming to an end. As for Bricc Baby, his case is still sealed, and not much is known about his role. His name appears in the wiretaps with Big U and Loose Cannon, but his exact involvement remains unclear. What is certain is that he is connected to the group, and more information may come out as the case develops. The feds have been listening closely to Bricc Baby's conversations, but his exact charges remain a mystery. The only clue comes from a small note in the criminal complaint, which says that Bricc Baby is indicted in a different case, case number 225, County Route 00132, kept away from the public's eyes. This has caused a lot of people to guess about what he could be charged with. Some think he was involved in the extortion and money laundering that happened through Big U's nonprofit, Developing Options. Others believe he may have been part of the prostitution and human trafficking activities mentioned in the RICO charges. Some people even wonder if his sealed indictment holds much bigger secrets that could change everything. Until that indictment is made public, Bricc Baby remains a mysterious figure in a case where the roles of everyone else have been laid out in full detail. For years, Big U's criminal group stayed hidden in the shadows of Los Angeles' underground world. This group was not just a gang, it was a real criminal business, involved in drug trafficking, extortion, fraud, and even prostitution. The feds spent years gathering evidence, wiretaps, surveillance footage, bank records, and witness testimonies. Then, on March 17, 2015, everything came crashing down. Arrest warrants were issued for Big U, Loose Cannon, Bricc Baby, and others, including Sylvester, Vay, Robinson, Mark, Bearclaw, Martin, Armani Affey, Frederick Blandon Jr., and Tiffany Hines. Searches were carried out at their homes, businesses, and even the offices of Developing Options on Crenshaw Boulevard. The authorities were looking for financial records, weapons, and communication logs that could help them complete their case. The charges against Big U were severe: RICO, fraud, tax evasion, extortion, and obstruction of justice. These charges could keep him locked up for the rest of his life. Loose Cannon faced serious charges for armed robbery and other violent crimes. As for Bricc Baby, his case remains sealed, but it is clear that his future is uncertain. As news of the indictment spread, one question was on everyone's mind. Is this the end of Big U's empire, or is there more to this story? With the full power of the federal government against them, it seems the Big U enterprise is falling apart. This time, Big U may not escape. Before he turned himself in, Big U said that all the charges were lies. He pointed a finger at Wack 100, accusing him of betraying him and knowing more than he let on about the Rico charges. Did Wack 100 really betray Big U, Loose Cannon, and Bricc Baby? Big U had been in the game long enough not to blame others easily. But as the feds closed in, he decided to make one final move before he surrendered. In a shocking video, Big U accused Wack 100 of working with the feds to bring down his operation. He said that Wack had sabotaged his business, ruined his finances, and set him up. Big U did not stop there. He even suggested that Wack might have played a role in the legal problems of Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby as well. According to Big U, Wack had also influenced city officials. He claimed that Wack worked with the FBI, telling the city not to help him anymore and to stop giving him money. Big U revealed something shocking when he said the feds had been asking about Wack 100 during their raid of his properties. This makes people wonder, if Wack really worked with the feds, why would they be asking about him? Or was it just a trick to confuse Big U? But Big U did not stop there. He also accused Loose Cannon and 600 of helping in his downfall. Big U said that 600 was actually with the police when they raided his house and even had video footage of it. He said, "So now you know who you are dealing with." If what Big U said is true, it's a huge accusation, someone from the streets supposedly helping the police take down one of the biggest names in LA. That would look really bad. Then there's Loose Cannon. Big U said they were not on good terms, but Loose Cannon's name is still part of the case. Was he just another piece in a bigger game, or did he play a bigger role in the case against Big U? The deeper you look, the messier it gets. Big U thinks the feds are controlling everything from behind the scenes, using old friends and connections to make him look like the leader of a criminal empire. But the big question is whether those friends worked with the feds willingly or were tricked into it. One of the biggest parts of the story is Big U's nonprofit, Developing Options. For many years, it was known as a program to help at-risk youth. But now the feds say it was a front for criminal activity. Big U disagrees with that. He says that all the money he made from Developing Options was honest. "I used Developing Options to pay for my bills, my house, everything for my family. The money I made was from working there," he said. The feds also brought up PPP loans. Big U admitted to taking out 2 loans, but said everything was done the right way. "I did 2 loans, just like everyone else. I didn't use any fake names. One loan was paid back, and the other one, they forgot about," he said. Even though he defended himself, the authorities are using Developing Options as a big part of their case against him. And according to Big U, Wack 100 tried to destroy it. He said, Wack said he was going to destroy Developing Options. So, who will replace it? Who in the 60s will take over? Big U's accusations against Wack 100 have shocked many in the hip-hop and street communities. But the big question is, did Wack really betray Big U, Loose Cannon, and Bricc Baby? From Big U's view, Wack has been against him for years. Whether it was stopping business deals, spreading rumors, or even working with the feds, Big U believes Wack has been trying to bring him down. The accusations also affect Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby. Many people wonder if Wack had a part in their legal troubles too. But things get complicated here. Wack 100 is known for causing drama and getting into arguments with people. But does that mean he is a snitch? His loud actions have caused problems, but there is no solid proof that he directly helped the feds with Big U, Loose Cannon, or Bricc Baby. However, in the streets, what people believe is just as important as the truth. If enough people think Wack helped bring them down, his reputation could be hurt, even if there is no proof. After Big U's claims went viral, Wack 100 quickly responded. On March 20th, Just one day after Big U turned himself in, Wack went on Clubhouse and denied having anything to do with the federal case. "It has nothing to do with me," he said. Wack 100 laughed when people suggested he snitched on Big U. He strongly denied it and rejected any claims that he shared legal papers about Big U's case. "It feels like people are trying to use this paperwork against me, but I have not said anything," Wack said. Big U accused Wack of knowing in advance that the feds were going to raid his homes. Wack responded by laughing. He said it was obvious that law enforcement had been watching Big U and his people for a long time. "How did they know? How did they know they were going to raid my house?" "You're crazy. How did you not know?" Wack said. Even though Wack defended himself, many people still do not believe him. While there is no solid proof that Wack worked with the feds, his history of stirring up drama and sharing street business on social media makes the rumors stronger. After Big U's arrest, something Wack did shocked many. On March 19, 2025, during a live stream on No Jumper, Wack 100 admitted that he had warned Big U's wife about the upcoming charges. This raised a lot of questions. How did Wack know a federal case was coming before it happened? During the live stream, the host mentioned a court document that had details about Big U's alleged criminal activities. What caught everyone's attention was that Wack 100 had sent a text message to Big U's wife, telling her to warn Big U. The text said, "Sis 911, he needs to leave. Bad. He needs to leave." When asked about this message, Wack 100 admitted to sending it, but said he was just trying to help a friend. But people still had questions. Why did Wack 100 know about the case before it even happened? Why did he warn Big U's wife and not Big U himself? These questions spread quickly on the internet. Many people on X, formerly Twitter, didn't believe Wack's explanation. They wondered how he knew all of this. Some said, Wack is working with the feds. He is playing both sides. He doesn't want to offend anyone, so he gave a warning after he snitched. These reactions were not just rumors. They came from a long-standing belief that Wack 100 may have ties to law enforcement. For years, Wack has been known for always having inside information before anyone else. Whether it's drama in the industry, legal cases, or street business, Wack is often the first to know things that others don't. This situation made it feel even more suspicious. People started putting the pieces together. Wack knew about Big U's indictment before it was made public. He seemed to have insider knowledge. He warned Big U's wife but did not speak directly to Big U. Some people think Wack 100 is not an informant, but someone who has close connections to the feds, giving him access to secret information. Others believe he is just reckless with his words and doesn't think about the consequences of what he says. No matter the reason, it is clear that Wack's role in the situation is far from innocent. Did he betray Big U, Loose Cannon, and Bricc Baby? That depends on who you believe. Big U is sure that Wack worked with the feds to take him down. But Wack has not yet answered in a way that clears his name. One thing is clear, this situation is bigger than just a street fight. Big U is fighting for his freedom. Whether Wack 100 played a part in it or not, it is clear that the system is closing in on Big U. In such a situation, trust disappears quickly. This is far from over. People are watching closely. As more details come out, we will find out if Wack 100 really crossed the line, or if Big U is just blaming him. Either way, the fallout from this will last for years.